YouTubers and friends, how you doing out there tonight? Like I say every week, absolutely fabulous, I hope. As you know, I got my two buddies with me, Toledo Jess and Dano the Mano, aka Rignad Man. And we have our good buddy with us tonight, Dennis Dayton, one of the co-hosts of Prospectors Radio, also known as the Indiana Gold Hunter. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Doggone button after this.
Tuesday Night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday Night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday Night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday Night Hangout Live. With your hosts, Ed Marvin, Toledo Jess, and Dano. Hangout Live is a Flash in Your Pan production.
All right, YouTubers and friends, thanks for joining us. I see we have the best people in YouTube in our chat room tonight. Oh, Mr. Tim Grimes from Gold Prospectors Space, Ron from Run for the Hills. I love that name. Reminds me of Iron Maiden all the time. Our good buddy David from Tasmania and PD, Scotland, Eric, John Shaw, and of course the best moderator on the internet, Jaron from Utah. How y'all doing? Rich Cooley. Come on in, Jesse and Dano.
I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Jesse here.
Uh-oh.
Jesse.
We don't have Jesse.
Jesse.
What shall we do without Jesse?
Can you hear me now?
There we hear
We
Jesse.
can hear you now. You must have had mic on.
Now does everybody hear us?
Mute.
Does everybody hear us out there?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
John said he got Murphy off our backs because he had a problem, which I feel bad for the poor guy. He blew a motor.
Yeah.
But let's hope Murphy did stay with John, and we don't have that tonight.
that wasn't good, Dano.
We don't want Murphy to be with anybody. Murphy could stay in his hole.
We know. We run into him enough.
All right.
Yippers.
John says it sounds good. Yeah, loud and clear. Thanks,
Dan
Mr. Zoller.
Very good.
Ronald.
Very good. So should we tell them a little bit about what our plans are for this season?
Yeah, sure. We have a minute, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I got a hold of a speed banker for us. Speed banker is designed around the Dream Man. It's a 12-inch wide eye banker.
Right.
There's a difference in it though. With this one, it doesn't have a grizzly bar or they have grizzly bars where your rocks come out the back and your small stuff goes down the sluice and out. Everything you throw into this box gets boiled in the water and cleaned, and everything runs out the front of the box.
Right. There is no grizzly.
Right, up to a 3-inch rock. There's no grizzly,
says,
but
what a speed banker.
Yeah, speed banker. Oh my God, this the Speedy Swanko or something. Arriba, arriba. So that will be fun, and we're hoping to take it out to Ed's private little Idaho or Colorado or Washington or whatever he wants to call it. But
I usually call it my private little Idaho.
Yeah, right. It's nowhere near Idaho.
No.
So
very far from Idaho.
Right.
But it's close.
It's got what, 400 or 500 square feet of bedrock surface that would be really cool to run all that material across that high banker.
Well, at that one spot, that up on the upstream side, that easy, yeah.
Yeah, they clear that all up and then run in there, get in there with our 2-inch gold snares and suck all them cracks and crevices out, and yeah, it'll be good. Look who joined us.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah. So hopefully, hopefully we get do a nice little series over the summer of us doing that and other things.
Oh yeah, I know. I've been really anxious, just like you, to get that.
Oh, dude, I want to get out in the water so bad.
And speaking of David Villa, like I was telling you earlier, I had an email from him about the dream mats in the gold cube, and I explained how I install them and put them in.
Right. And then, here, anybody wants to know, we do have cube mats. We have mats for the gold cube. If you want to get a hold of me, we can hook you up.
Order now.
Yeah, I've got a few of the sluice mats also. I think I got a 10 and a 8-inch sluice mat also.
By 36, right?
Right, 8 by 36 and 10 by 36. But I got plenty of dream mat or cube mats. So anybody wants a cube mat, let me know.
There you go, David. Yeah. And the dream mat is satisfaction guaranteed.
Manufacturer will replace the mat or send your money back.
Right. So I know David Peterson could be a hard guy to get a hold of, but you could go through.
You can go through us.
Where is
the only thing that Dave asked you to do before you send it back is to give it an honest test. That's all. Right. Give it an honest test. You don't like it, send it back. So.
It's not a bad.
But we got them. Yeah, yeah. It's not Vila. It's Bia. So let's bring our little buddy in. Everybody's little buddy.
Everybody's little buddy.
Everybody's little buddy.
We are entering a no jeopardy music zone.
Thank goodness.
For our little buddy, Mr. Dennis Dayton, the Indiana gold hunter himself. How you doing tonight, brother?
Among other things.
I'm doing good. A little tired, working a lot of 12s, but I'm here, and man, I'm ready to go.
Excellent.
Quit crying about working.
Money, buddy.
You're just saying that because you're just saying that, Jesse, because you're retired.
Right. I like being retired, except it doesn't pay as well as working, but but it's better than working, I guess.
I'll say, but you don't have to go to work. That's the best.
I don't have to go. Oh man, I got to go to work today. It's too beautiful out.
How can I get out of it?
Yeah. I haven't used this one before.
Oh yeah, it was really nice today. I mean, it was like in the low 60s, and It was probably around the 3 o'clock break. Went outside and I was like, oh man. So I went in and got my lunch and went outside and ate. Oh, I did not want to go back inside.
I hear you.
It's a
It was
beautiful day.
out.
I
I even got outside today for a little while.
You know, it wouldn't have done me a bit of good to go home because, you know, all the creeks and everything are still flooded. So, you know, couldn't get in the creek. So might as well stay at work and make a little money.
Well, I was telling Paula earlier that we drove right through your town yesterday. You would have been at work though, Dennis. It was around 1 o'clock, 1:30.
Yeah, he's at work.
Right.
Yeah, we were on our way coming home from the Nashville, Tennessee area.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I noticed
I don't know. They're talking about working this weekend. And I'll probably end up having to work this weekend, which you know, we're supposed to get some more rain tomorrow and Thursday, so those creeks are still going to be flooded by the weekend.
Yeah, probably. We can hope.
Well, we're hoping it behaves up in our neck of the woods.
Yeah, you got Dennis. You guys got quite a bit of rain where you're at, right?
Oh yeah, and we got more coming. You know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we
Same
lucked
here.
out pretty much in our area though. This last storm, you know, and I know Columbus got nailed. Columbus and Cincinnati.
Well, did you see the pictures that were posted of the swank and a video on the Buckeye Chapter's Facebook page?
No.
No, yeah, they had it was over the banks.
No, bummer. Move some color.
Moving some gold in.
Right.
Filling everybody's holes in and putting more gold in them. So.
Right.
You know, that's what's nice about the swank, man. It just keeps replenishing. You know. I shouldn't say that, should I? People will start wanting to go there all the time.
There's no gold at the swing.
No.
There's no gold anywhere in Ohio or Indiana, right? Dennis?
Right.
No, there's no gold. No, none at all.
No
gold.
No gold. So.
Especially Indiana.
Yes, especially southern Indiana.
Them glaciers just went right around us.
No need to come down here.
Well, actually, I have a place. A guy that I started. Well, he started working. He's a young kid, and come to find out, where he lives kind of like almost right smack dab in the middle where Pirates Cove is, and where the place that I call my honey hole. And anybody knows that's even been to Pirates Cove how good the gold is. I mean, Ed, you found that great big old nugget. I mean, you found that little bitty flake.
Yeah, little tiny speck.
Yeah, a little speck. And but he's got 30 acres, and the creek runs all the way through it. And
nice.
It has some exposed bedrock. I found out with some big old cracks in it. He's never prospected. He didn't even know there was gold in Indiana. So I've got Timmy. Hopefully within about a month, in about 4 weeks, him and his wife come down, and we're going to shoot a video, and we're going to go do some testing, and Timmy's going to get to come with me.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got 2 places to go. One, I'm saving this spot for when Tim comes down and get to explore, the new creek, and hopefully we'll have some options. Get in real good with him since he works at Sunoco. So hopefully I can get some things worked out with him, and you never know what I might plan.
Well, maybe we could talk you into taking us somewhere sometime, since there's no gold anywhere down there.
I think what if it turns out to be anything, I think it's going to be a Patreon subscriber only claim. You got to be a Patreon. I don't know yet. Might be a crony club. Just might be just a club. You never know. We're just going to wait and see. You know, gonna test it and see what the gold is. I know there's good gold in that area. It's like, you know, the glaciers come through, they stopped, and everything dropped right there.
What about affiliates?
Well,
you guys are affiliate of Flash in Your Pan, right, Tim? And we're affiliates of you.
I have to talk to the boss man and see what he thinks, you know, and then talk to the crew and you know, but we just got to first. We're going to start out. Of course, I'll have a lot of good video, and I know Tim he'll want to have.
Tim says, "Heck yeah!"
He'll want to put some video up on the on his new YouTube channel that Shad helped redo. And
is that the Gold Prospector Space channel?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I know if anyone's not a subscriber to Gold Prospector Space in this chat right now, they need to click on the right of Tim's name right there, Gold Prospector Space, head over to his channel and subscribe. Because if you miss the show at GPS, you can definitely catch it there.
Somewhere.
You betcha. Now, Dennis, I guess I let the cat out of the bag a little.
Uh-oh.
About Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
I thought I heard you say on the show you were gonna go to Roaring Camp during Labor Day weekend.
Well, it's gonna be. Oh, let's see. What are the dates on that? I think it's last year we went. I was gone during my birthday, but this year it's gonna be my birthday's August 25th, so it's gonna be the week after. So let me see here. I'm gonna bring up the calendar. I'm gonna be back, I think, when Gold Rush Day starts. I'm not sure. You guys, let me find where's my calendar at? Here's my calendar. Okay, let's go to August. I'll be going from August 25th on a Sunday, and I go on to the 2nd, September 2nd. So I'll be home either on the 2nd or in the morning on the 3rd. So when does Gold Rush Days?
Labor Day weekend.
First and second?
I don't know.
Yeah, the first weekend of September.
He says, I ain't got no calendar in front of me.
Okay, so yeah, I won't be there Saturday or Sunday, but I might come up Monday.
Right on. Well, I can't blame you.
And I'll probably take that week off too, vacation. So, and if I get back early enough, I might end up getting there Sunday evening, and then hang out for a couple, 2 or 3 days.
Excellent. Hey guys, Ray's in the room.
Ray?
Oh yeah, Ray's in the room.
Oh my God!
Happy birthday, Ray!
Happy birthday, Ray! Happy birthday, Ray!
Happy birthday, Ray!
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Ray!
Today's your
Happy
birthday.
birthday! Hey, it's Ray's birthday today. Happy birthday, Ray!
Happy
That's right.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Ray.
One thing I want to know, since we got Razor in here, did they used to celebrate birthdays back when he was a kid? Did they have candles?
I'm
Oh,
sure they
no.
took that out on a tablet. to make them a
Jesse's
card.
older than Ray, and I'm older than Ray. I think I remember candles.
Ray's a youngster. He's only 50.
Ray says he's got undershirts older than Taz.
Hey, I was thinking of an idea too. Let me throw this at you, not to jump off the birthday. We'll get back to the old jokes here in a minute. What do you guys think about like a dress up your beard contest?
I don't have a nice shaggy beard like you and Ray do. Sure. Why
You got to
not?
see the one Tim's got. You see that one he just grew, all big and gray and burly and.
Oh yeah, I saw it on his Facebook Live video the other day.
Yeah.
Looks almost like the guy from ZZ Top.
Yeah.
He was
Can you hear me now?
talking funny. Can hear you now, Jesse.
Yeah. What'd you
Okay.
do?
You have
Mute
your
yourself?
mute
I
again?
guess. I've been sitting here yakking. And no one's responding to my jokes. What's going on here?
They're not paying attention to me.
They're not even listening to me anymore.
Ray says, yeah, don't mess with the man's fuzz.
Now,
Yeah, I think Dennis, the only reason Dennis wants to do that particular contest is because he's already won. I mean,
no, you see, I shaved it off, and of course I started getting everybody, a lot of people, that have subscribed to me on YouTube and stuff, and I got emails and everything else, basically saying, no, you got to grow your beard back. And what people don't realize is I never had a beard. It all started out, about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I said to myself, for 1 year, I'm not going to shave. I'm going to just see how long it would get. Of course, then when I really started to get it into the YouTube videos on my channel, and then, got invited on the show with Tim. And of course, then everybody in the YouTube world and the prospecting world saw me with a beard.
right?
And,
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just a conversation piece.
I thought maybe it was a bell I won. Anyway, so here it is, grown back, and it's got to go through the ugly stage. You have to let it get so long and burly, and then before I can start trimming it and all that good stuff. But I think a dress up your beard contest would be cool.
Yeah, I'm sure it could be quite entertaining. There's a lot of members with beards out there.
You don't even have to have a beard. You can just buy one, and put it on. Dress it up.
Yeah,
How would you dress yours up?
I don't know.
Jesse's trying to get tips, Dennis. Don't give it up.
Put in letters here. I might have Tim Grimes. Someone do that, where they can write letters on your beard.
I thought maybe you would paint it gold like Kathleen's pontoons.
I don't think gold would. No.
Just put a bunch of food in it.
A bunch of what?
A bunch of food. Half a
Food saver.
sandwich or a cookie or something.
Tuck it in here and there.
Ray says my wife would kill me if I cut off my beard. Don't have to cut it off. You could store food in it, Ray.
Oh man, yeah. Ray,
Bird
yeah.
Canada.
Knows what I'm talking. Knows that. You can be eating, and a week later you kind of got the munchies. You just kind of dig around in there. Hey, look, part of a sandwich, part of a pizza.
Tuna salad.
So,
my goodness.
have any of you guys been out prospecting or?
No, we were just talking about trying to do something this weekend. Hopefully.
Yeah, unfortunately, no. I did get to find some rocks over the weekend in Tennessee, though.
Hey,
look, one thing
I might have lost those.
The what?
Your rocks? Yeah, I think you lost your rocks a long time ago, Jesse. What, Dennis?
One thing is a must, especially for all of us that are on the East Coast. If you're in a good area, you're prospecting in a good area, make sure first you label your buckets so you know where the gold is coming out of. You got to do that because believe me, I was driving me crazy when I decided to run all my buckets and then I couldn't remember which one was from where. And a couple of them had really nice gold in it. Man, I'm just like, I got to start all over again.
That happened to me last year, Dennis. I'm like, where the hell did that bucket come from?
Always put about five buckets back for situations like this. In wintertime when you can't get out, and it takes care of the itch.
Oh, yeah.
you've always got those buckets you can run. Just sit in their pan, whatever. You got some equipment that's not really going to get things wet. Like my water table, I can set it up right here in the living room, watch TV. I can run. Well, now I got my man cave, so I don't have to worry about getting stuff wet next door. But
Yeah,
it's all,
that ain't that more like a man house or
A mansion.
gold house.
it's well, I got lucky because this once upon a time this used to be a trailer park, and now there's only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trailers. There used to be like 30 or 40 or something like that. And
Dennis, you're running the trailer trash out? Wow.
there's some modular homes and some other homes, but we had 2 trailers. Of course, one burnt down, and we just didn't have enough room. It wasn't wide enough to put a modular home in because the door has to face the street. So instead of my trailer sitting long ways, it has to sit sideways.
Right.
So I didn't. I own 2 lots now. They're bought and paid for. Well, my neighbor, which has the lot that I just bought, and it has a 40-foot trailer on it, he just kept stuff stored in it. He finally offered it to me, and I jumped on it. So now we got to. So in 2 years, we plan on getting a modular. But until then, I've got a 40-foot playroom.
There you go.
That's like your own world there.
Oh yeah,
good.
all my equipment and stuff. Some of the pans and everything else and stuff that sometimes I bring to, the goat shows to sell and stuff. All my totes, they're all in the very back in the big bedroom, and the front, the living room stuff is where I've got everything set up, and I've got that box that Rich made for me set up. I got my Goat Cube set up. I got actually I've got enough room to where I can set. I've got one of those. Help me out here. The small little high banker type thing Doc makes. The
pig? No, not the piglet,
yeah,
but
pig, whatever it's called. I've got that. I picked it
or
up.
the multi-sluice.
Well, I've got the high banker thing that Rich made.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. That works out really nice.
Yeah, real good. And and I run the Dream Mat in it, and I love it. And anyone that hasn't seen it, I did my last video at Gold Rush Days. I was basically running a lot of my concentrates, and I decided instead of putting a dredge in the water, I was going to finish my buckets that I didn't have labeled and run them at Gold Rush Days and run it through the Dream Mat. So,
have you seen that video I put on Prospector with Ed and Jess with the Cooley 7 and the Dream Mat?
Is that the most recent one or last one you did?
I think so. It shows the gold on the back wall.
That would be on our Facebook page, right?
Right.
You have to tag me in it. I don't think I have seen it.
Okay. Yeah, it's the gold is actually, how on your original Cooley, was it, and your mat went up the back. That's the way you did it, right? Yeah, I did that.
That's a new one he built for me. The 8-inch wide one.
Right. Well, I did the same thing, but only, with the mat going up the back, I was finding gold trapped up on that back wall.
Yeah, that's and see, I've got 2 of them that Rich built for me. The first one was like 7 1/4 inches wide or something, right. And I had to, and I hated to do it, but I had to trim.
I did the same thing.
And then I finally told Rich, I said, "Man, I don't want to cut on this Dream Mat. Can you make me one wider, an 8-inch wide one?" And it was just a hair wider. Man, he made that. He made that. That thing is absolutely beautiful. The way he's got it, the way it holds into place, and man, it's awesome.
Did he make it longer for you, or is it still the same length?
It is. It's still my mat fits in it perfect, and it's. I think it's the same length, but when the mat runs up the back, it's got he built like a clamp or something in it where it kind of clamps it in there. But most of my gold, I've been finding a lot of my gold sitting on the very, on the wall of it.
Right. I know. That was the thing that I noticed about using that mat with that box, is that that gold actually got caught up on that back wall and just sat there. And actually, the bigger pieces stayed up there. The smaller stuff went down, but it got caught underneath the box.
Right.
You know, yeah, I like that. So, and now you hadn't come in yet. We were talking about the speed banker. We'll be using that.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be nice.
I heard I was catching wind of that when I first come in. Is that
Mhm.
something you built?
No, actually, a guy by the name of Reed. I want to say Richard, but no, he actually designed that for the Dream Mat, for that 12-inch Dream Mat.
Now, where's he out of?
He's out of Utah.
Okay.
Dave has about 15 or so of those in stock.
Oh, he does?
And they won't be built anymore. At least not that way. They're gonna.
What is he selling them? How much is he selling them for?
I think it's like 3 something, 3.5, somewhere around there. No pump, no hoses, but it's all set up and ready to go.
Well, you know, would he mind like us reverse engineering them and making them?
Well, he's already got it in the works right now. He's gonna have it rebuilt, but instead of rivets, he's gonna have it welded. So if you're gonna get one at that price, you need to get one now. I'm thinking the price is gonna go up once you start welding and stuff.
Right.
You know?
Yes, the welder will go up.
Right. But he said it's gonna be a little bit beefier. And it's gonna be welded, and the the punch plate that's in the bottom, you guys, that's not what he really wanted. I think what he wanted is the screen that I got from you, Dano.
Yeah, that piece of woven wire.
Right.
That'd be a lot easier
Right.
for instead of that punch plate. That
Right, 'cause
punch
he
plate
was not-
gathers
I think it
rocks.
would work better than a punch plate.
Right.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was not happy
by
with
far.
the punch plate.
I sent that piece to Rich, and he put it in his dredge. I sent him a big piece of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have the one I claimed, right?
Yeah, I got even more of it if you need it. I got some left.
Now, you guys you talk about gold. Have you guys seen Corey Hageman's when we went to a little piece of paradise end of last year? Have you seen
the drop riffle one he made with his 3D printer?
No, he was what it is he ran my 3-inch dredge because I was running Hook's 4-inch dredge.
Right.
And he was probably 10 feet away from me. And oh my gosh, did he kill it? He got some nice gold. Whew. I don't know if you guys have ever been there.
No, we haven't been down to Hook's yet. We want to.
You guys are missing out.
Actually, I'm surprised Hook and Hookettes aren't in here tonight.
What is Ron talking about? What are you talking about, Ron? Hit me up just with the info on the screen if you can. For the speed banker or for the mats?
Probably that screen that we were talking about. That woven wire screen.
No, I'm not sure.
Just so if anybody wants to know, I got that from an aggregates place. It was in their junk pile. They gave it to me, so maybe your aggregates place would give you a chunk of it too.
Yeah, go to an old Corey and
yeah, they gave it to me for free. They just took me junk pile and says, "Is this what you're looking for?" I said, "Sure." He threw the whole thing in my truck. There you go.
Holy cows!
Ron
there
says
you go.
the
there
punch
you go, Ron.
place.
Get a hold of Dano.
Well, I have dibs on some of Dano's.
I already got my piece.
Some project. Yeah, I know.
I need to go back and see if I can get some more of it. I need to go back and see if they got some more wore out now. Because it works perfect because the one side's still nice and round like it came from the factory, but the side that's screened is flat where it would make it, like I said, if you turned it the right way, that'd make a great punch plate.
That would actually work a lot better than a punch plate.
Right, your grab will roll off of it instead of sticking down through it.
I tell you what.
That's the thing I noticed about that punch plate when we did run that a little bit last year during the Gold Rush days. that punch plate really quick got loaded up with little rocks.
And the way it sits, it's it's hard to pop them out. You
Right.
can't take and flip it out, and well, I guess you can
Yeah, you
flip it
can,
out
but still,
and pop them out.
I didn't like the way they got stuck in there and just plugged the hole up.
Yeah, we were talking about switching it out then, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while we're talking, I don't know how many people are listening or how many we have in a chat room, but if anybody wants the phone number to a little piece of paradise, get a pen and paper ready, because here in a couple minutes I'll give you the number. This is a must. You guys need to contact him.
Oh
And
yeah,
come to Indiana and go prospecting.
Jonathan
I'm
Perret.
surprised he's not in here.
Yeah, usually they come in.
Yeah, usually he's here every show.
Yeah, let him do a pitch for it and go.
Yeah.
Well, he does it whether we let him or not.
That's true. But
hey, here's my phone number. Get on to me.
he knows we don't really mind. So
No, I don't.
No.
It's funny though. Ashley Thomas just joined us.
Yeah,
No,
he's been in a
here.
while.
Oh,
He just been quiet.
oh, okay. That's hard to believe.
Yeah, Thomas is such a loud person. You know.
Yeah. So, did you see what's up with Adam these days, Mr. Adam Ant?
With our trip down for my granddaughter's birthday, and
Well,
I've been working over 10 hours.
He's got a job.
Including my commute. I'm away for 11 plus hours. So.
Well, he's got himself a job. He picked up a job somewhere around
Oh, I
Sacramento.
heard that, a concrete job. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So he's happy. Looks like things are starting to go for him. He's finding some good gold.
Yeah, I heard I saw in a thumbnail where he found like a 17.5.
No, he didn't find that. That was somebody else
didn't find
showed
it
to him.
Oh, okay. Well, I should have watched the video then.
You should have watched the video.
I don't
I
have
was
the
talking
time
earlier
you
about that.
got.
We all subscribe to so many people. It's hard to keep up with every one of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. With all these, I'm constantly getting
new
notifications.
notifications.
Right. Oh,
Plus,
this guy. Jocelyn just put a video up. This person Aquajigger just put one up, and all these different. Sam's got one up, and
I've got to get one up. I haven't. I've had my YouTube subscribers yelling at me, man. I want some video. And
yeah, right.
I was gonna say you ain't had one on in a while because I ain't
well,
seen it
I'm gonna. I tell you what I'm gonna do. Hang on a second. Well, people can see me. I'm gonna show you what I'm getting ready to do. Let me grab it.
We won't get shut down or nothing, will we?
Cover your eyes, folks. Cover your eyes.
No.
You never know with Dennis what's gonna pop
That's
up.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. If you have them on your
right
messenger list, you'd understand.
Okay.
A
See that?
box.
I haven't opened it. Actually, I've got.
Is that
I
from
don't see
Ray?
nothing. I don't see
got
nothing.
3 of them.
What?
And
I missed it. Oh.
This is a Dirt of the Month Club that I get from Roaring Camp.
Okay.
So, since I'm stuck inside and I can't get outside, I think it's going to be a 2-part. The first one, I'm going to open it up, and then I'm going to get everything classified and just kind of, talk about in the video some things, the things that are going on with, 2017 and talk about the show and your show.
2018.
And then I'll probably have the second part video where, we actually run these cons. But yeah, I've got to get some kind of video out because, people want to see gold.
Right.
That's right. Or at least processing it, at least working with it.
Yeah. So I've got, and this is some gnarly stuff. I mean, it's nasty, gnarly, dirty orange juice material, but I've got them. I've got it right here. So I'm gonna wait, open it up, classify it down, then run it on probably my Coolio cleanup system with the Dream Mat and see what kind of gold we got in it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So what are your plans for this season? You got anything long term other than
Well,
trip to Roaring Camp?
Yep. I'm been talking to Caleb. We're planning a trip to Alaska to go see Razor.
Cool.
Razor know that?
He does now.
No, I've been talking to Caleb, and then let's see, we're going to Roaring Camp, Alaska. Of course, I'll be coming to Ohio. 2 new places to prospect here in Indiana on private property. I know I'll be going back to the pit. There's no doubt about that at all.
Oh, no doubt.
I'll probably end up going out to where place I call my glory hole / honey hole, and I might explore a little bit further down the creek because there's a lot of exposed bedrock the further down the creek you go. And on that creek is where they found if you look at that great big thick book that they used to put out with the GPAA.
Right.
Green one, and it talks about the 3 largest nuggets that were found in Indiana. Well, our creek drains into that creek where they found those nuggets, so that's why
cool.
I've been getting some nice chunky stuff.
Nice.
Very cool.
And someone was talking on they were talking on Facebook. I think it was Facebook about all this fine gold and stuff like that. And I was talking to Rich or something, was on the show, and they were saying something about fine gold. And I'm like, yeah, I said it'd be nice to get some fine gold. And they said, so there was a comment made. I said, no. I said, you don't understand. I said, I'm finding a lot of big stuff. I'm not finding much fine gold.
Finding some nice chunky stuff, huh?
It's all, I guess you would say fine gold on steroids, because it's been some nice stuff.
It's all gold. It's good gold, right?
It's all good.
It
I
all
haven't
adds up.
gold.
I know
add it to
Dano.
the pile, you'll never know how big it was.
I know Dano has a spot we need to explore this coming season.
Yes, we do.
Definitely need to get out more this season. Last season, we got out quite a few times. We had a nice adventure down south and all, but man, it just seemed like I didn't get out enough.
Well, when you did get out around here, it was flooded.
True.
Yeah, true.
It was kind of a weird season over on this side of the border. Not sure how it was on your side, Dennis, but it seemed like every weekend our streams were swollen and muddy, and then it started looking nice and you're like getting excited. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go out and play, and then there's a nasty storm and the streams swell up again and it's dirty.
I tell you what, guys, now Chris Dyer from Dyer Prospecting, he been kicking your guys' butts, because man, it's been raining and everything else, and man, he's been going out. Water's been up and he's been prospecting.
Oh yeah, his videos. He puts up about a video a week.
Yeah,
every other week.
Yeah, he's probably half our age too.
He's getting with it.
I remember when I was in my 30s and stuff, I'd be going out in Washington and trucking in on the snow and whatnot. See, now I can read it now. Ray will say, well, I ain't 30 and I'm still doing it.
Yeah, he gets out no matter what.
Well, he's only 55. He's a youngster.
Yeah, and I'm 18.
I was gonna say, it says, I remember when I was 30. I'm going, I don't remember when I was 30. I do remember when I was thinking I'd never make 30, but I don't remember 30.
30's kind of a blur.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kind of a blur. Just went by.
Well, let me get a quick commercial in real quick, and then we'll open up the phone lines and see if we can get some people to call and ask Dennis some questions.
We know they will.
Sounds good?
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. think we're back.
Hey, did you see Dennis was on that commercial?
Yeah. He's a star, though. You know that.
He's going to autograph my pan now.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Well,
There he is.
he's right there.
He's right
I
there.
see him now.
He's right there.
I see him. I see him.
Well, let's open up the phone lines and see if someone will call. Maybe
Dennis,
we could talk. Maybe David will call and ask him about nuggets.
Well, I was gonna ask Dennis. I was gonna ask Dennis a question.
What's that?
What's been your most scariest time out prospecting?
Oh my God. Oh, let's see.
I mean, you had to know it was coming, right?
Well, he was
No,
pretty scary
actually-
when he come out of the weeds and bear hugged old boy.
I know. Not when he scared somebody, but when something that's got him. I mean, not counting snakes. That don't count. You're just silly about that.
I would say that, well, I guess, you know, was the very first time I got my trommel, my Summit Mini trommel. And, of course, you know, I had it when I lived at the house in town. And, of course, it went right inside the house, right in the middle living room. And when I finally got it out to the club, the place where I call my glory hole, I was on my four-wheeler, and of course you could pull it behind the four-wheeler, and come to find out that the wheels aren't actually wide enough. It's kind of top heavy, and I got my quad, and now the hill's like this, okay, and I'm going over ruts and stuff, and I got halfway up, and my quad didn't have enough power to pull me the rest of the way up. Now I'm sitting on the side of the hill, and I'm scared to death. You know, I didn't care about my four-wheeler. It was that, you know, $5,000 I spent to have it shipped and everything else, you know, to my house, and you know, had the front brake down and the back brake on, and I'm just sitting on the side of the hill, and I, of course, got the phone in one hand, and, you know, brake with the other, and foot brake, and I'm trying to call everybody I can, and I got a hold of one of my buddies, which was pretty much actually heading on his way out to the club, and he had finally come there, and he unhooked the trommel from it and kind of held on to it. Of course, you can lock the brakes and stuff, so I locked the brakes. I jumped off the quad, and we finally let it back, let it down, because man, I thought, man, I'm gonna get hurt bad, because I didn't know what was gonna happen. That was pretty scary. That was really scary.
That would have definitely hurt if that would have come over and rolled on you.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you're sitting on the side of a hill, and you can't go up, and you definitely don't want to go down, because that trommel, it could have jackknifed or anything, and it just scared of getting hurt, scared of not being able to get that trommel out and run it.
Oh, and all that money.
I mean, it's.
Patrick O'Master says we're kind of like the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah, Jesse, Ed, Dano, and Dennis.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
What are you saying?
Now, how long have you been prospecting, Dennis?
I started prospecting, and this is so easy for me to remember, because I prospected in 2003. It was the year my daughter was born.
Oh, we got a phone call. We could continue.
All right, take the caller.
Okay. It's a good buddy of ours from
It's
Tasmania. Hey, David, how you doing, bud?
Man.
Hey, the famous Dennis Dayton. How you going?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm well. I was just listening to your story about bloody the motorbike. It reminded me of one of mine. I was going up. I had one of them really old 3-wheeler bloody Honda motorcycles.
Yeah.
Like one and really heavy bloody thing. It was a 350. I was going up this big hill, and I nearly made it to the top, and it flipped me off, and I rolled all the way back down to the bottom of the hill, and I was out in the middle of nowhere over here in Tasmania. This is a couple of years ago, and the motorbike come flipping down like it was end over ending, and it whacked me in the back, and it broke 3 of my ribs, and prolapsed 3 of the discs in my back.
Ouch.
And I had to walk so far up out of these mountains just to get to somewhere where I could get mobile reception. And I was out of action for about 5 months, mate.
Oh man. Hell, you had one of those,
that's why
big Honda Big Reds, huh?
I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was too rough on it.
Had.
It didn't last. So I got another one, and I was too rough on that, and so I got another one.
Yeah, they're
that's why it's
dangerous.
always best to go out with a partner, not go by yourself. Just a little safety tip.
I've got 2 questions for you, Dennis.
Sure.
The first one is a hypothetical question.
We like these.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
All right. If a magic genie come out of a bottle and she proposed to you, she's a bit of an evil genie, this one. She likes collecting body parts. She proposed to you that she would give you gold nuggets to the size of one of your digits, meaning one of your fingers or one of your toes or one of your hands or something like that. Would you do a deal with that and take your limbs or not? Which one if you did?
Whew. which limb would I give up for the genie?
Would you? You don't have to. It's a choice. You don't have to. Would you go without your little finger for a nugget of that size?
You know? Oh man.
You don't want to give up your thumbs because that just
Right, you never be able to grab nothing.
right.
I don't think I could.
Your little finger you could probably do better than without it than any other finger.
I don't know.
But that's not very big. Your middle finger, you definitely don't want to give that one up.
Yeah,
What about your
you
big
need that
toe? What about your big toe?
Big toe. No, you got no.
No,
you need your big toe to
that.
stand. It's what helps with your balance. Did you?
To balance with that.
My
Never get rid of your thumb or your
I don't think I could. I don't think I could give up. I just don't think I could do it.
yeah.
my third leg would be too small. Wouldn't be worth it. So I mean, it doesn't get used anyway. So, but it's too small. Oh, did I say that?
Just wait till the morning and it'll be a little more.
I thought I was just thinking to myself, oh man.
Thought you were mute, huh?
Yeah.
I have to
right,
agree
mate.
with
Oh,
Dennis.
I know. How about can I give my ear
Video.
up? Can I give an ear up?
What?
Oh,
What's that?
sorry.
What was
Can
that
I give
again?
Can I give an ear up?
An ear.
An ear. Preferably the right one.
Anything.
Like Van Gogh.
Anything.
Yeah, an ear. My wife sits on the right side. I give my right ear up. And in case you're wondering, she's not home. She's playing.
She's
bingo.
yeah. I thought I would have heard a frying pan by now if she was there. Yeah, I couldn't give
Okay,
up.
What would you, Taz? What would you give up?
So, just wanted to ring in and say hello, really, Dennis. It's been a pleasure, mate. Thank you.
Hey,
Wait,
thank you,
wait.
buddy. I appreciate you calling in, man.
What would you give up?
All righty. See you
Taz,
later.
What would you give up?
Taz, what would you give up? Oh.
That was cool. Where's he? He said from Tasmania, huh?
Yeah,
Tasmania, Australia.
Oh man, yeah.
You should
I'd
check out
I'd
his videos, man. He has some pretty nice gold, and he just got back from a drive about from the mainland and saw a bunch of other prospectors and YouTubers. He's a really good guy.
He's planning a trip here to the country.
Oh yeah,
United States.
That I tell you what, Australia's got some of the best gold in the world, man. I think.
oh yeah,
I don't know. I'll have to go and check it out.
yeah.
To me, that would be the trip that I would want to make to Australia.
That'd be a trip of a lifetime.
I've got a good buddy, Brad Fielding. He's out of Australia, and you know, I like to watch some of his YouTube videos, and I call him the buddy from the other side of the pond, and you know, he just goes out and you got to see what he just gets in one pan.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But you know, hey, let's face it. There's no place like home, right? I mean, you ain't got that far to go, and you can dig all day and get some gold. And I still like to go to Australia.
Oh yeah.
Well, if I went down there, I'd have to hit up New Zealand and definitely Taz, because I'd be hunting down David if I went to Taz. I'd like to meet up with Andrew and Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
If I went over to the mainland, but they're in two different parts, so it'd be quite the trip.
Right.
One day, maybe one day.
Maybe.
You never know.
Hey, but in the meantime, let's just have some fun.
Oh, you betcha. You betcha. Yeah. Phone lines are back open. I think I'd rather eat a nugget and pan it out for 30 days than lose an appendage for a nugget.
Yeah, I think so too.
that was an interesting story also.
Yeah, it was just amazing.
He definitely comes up with some
some John Shaw
hypotheticals.
Yeah. Hey, John, how are you doing tonight?
Doing good. How y'all doing?
Shaw, how you doing
tonight? Too bad. Evening, John.
Hey, Dennis, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. Just, man, itching to get back out in the creeks.
I know it. I took and broke out the Angus McCurk and put him on the front porch this afternoon, and run a few cons through it. Still works like a charm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those Angus McCurks are nice.
Yeah, only thing is I took and run my tailings from my painting tub.
All right.
And that old Angus McCurk will he'll show you you're not quite as good as you think you are.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna tell you, John. I already know how bad of a painter I am. Trust me. I'm not the best painter in the world, but that's okay. You know.
Well, I
use a safety pan, so I'll keep it.
Oh yeah, well that's why I always paint into a tub and then run. Save those for hard times and run them again later.
You got it.
But,
okay, I got all the big stuff out. I get the small stuff out later when I get bored.
But like I say, I just wanted to say hello to Dennis and say, hey, glad you finally made it.
Yeah, I know.
I was kind of wondering when I talked to him the other day. I'll try to get there on time. Oh, we were doing Facebook Live.
I kind of drove really fast to get here, so.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I still got one bag of the pit dirt to go through. Big box. Yeah, I still got one bag to go through. I've been saving that.
John, you got a Gold Claw?
Yeah.
Use it.
I've got the full size Gold Claw and the mini.
Yeah, use it
I
for
really
those
like
pit
that
cons.
mini.
Use
Yeah.
it for those pit cons. It really does a nice job with those pit cons. That ultra fine stuff. It just that gold just lays down them grooves, and you know.
I know it works well for razors gold.
Yeah. Well, Dennis is the same. He got that powdery float on the water and stuff.
It's like talcum powder.
Right. That's what I call it, talcum powder.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
well,
that pan
like
does a
I
nice
say,
job getting
I
it.
just wanted to say hello to Dennis and hello to everybody else. So you all have a great day.
Thank you very
You
much,
too,
John.
Thanks for calling in.
I hope everything goes well with your truck.
Oh, it's got to now. I'm gonna get that motor in there, and it's only got 80,000 miles on that motor, so it's gonna be like having a brand new truck.
There you go.
There you go.
Start all over again.
Oh yeah. Y'all have a great one.
You too.
John.
Thanks for calling in. All right, our friend John Shaw from Texas.
Yeah.
The driveway gold miner. Yeah, you sound like you have a pretty busy schedule for this coming year, Dennis.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a lot busier this year than what it was last year, because I plan on really doing a lot. Well, of course, I plan on doing a lot more prospecting, but I have more places to go too.
Right.
So I'm excited. I'm excited about the new spots, and the reason why I'm excited because I know there's really good gold in that area. I want to be the first one to find that 1 ouncer nugget that they found around that area before.
Trying to read what Patrick O'Masters is saying.
Oh, Patrick.
Seen him at the meeting Sunday. Him and Susie and
Pain and
Ava.
sorrow in the air, mindless killing everywhere. Happy birthday. Ain't that a cheery birthday wish? Gee whiz. How you feeling, Patrick? All right? Got a itch, Dennis?
Oh man, yeah. I love these back scratchers.
Now, when I brought up Roaring Camp to Paula,
I was muted.
She had no idea. You haven't popped it to her yet?
She knows about Roaring Camp.
She just didn't know the date.
Yeah, she probably didn't know the date.
Oh, okay.
You see that? Do you see that, Dennis?
What's that?
Ed was trying to get you in trouble.
Who?
Yeah,
Me?
yeah. That seems to be a trend between him and Timmy.
Yeah.
Hey now. Hey Tim, where's that Jeopardy music?
No, if he's in there, he better not be.
Jeopardy music free zone, brother.
Yes. Yeah, and it's amazing at how many people, when they do a giveaway, get in that chat room and they just start begging for that music. Oh man, it drives me crazy.
You know, Dennis, it's like anything else. If you're easily picked on, you will be picked on.
Oh man, I don't know what it is about that, man. Ever since that show has come out, I never could. That's probably why I didn't like that show. I just couldn't stand that music. Just, God.
Oh my.
Oh, Patrick O'Masters is calling.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
How you doing, Patrick?
I'm doing great, Ed. How you guys?
Hey, do we have two callers on?
It's going good. Good to see you there, Dennis.
Yeah. Glad you called in, brother.
Hey, man, I got a Snapple fact for you.
Do you really?
I sure do.
Heck yeah. Let's hear it.
When you drop a piano down a mine shaft, it strikes the chord A flat minor.
It sounds like a Mike Pung joke to me.
Yeah, that's where I got it from.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing that. That was one of his.
You did a good job on that
Yeah.
banner. I like that.
Oh yeah, on your this year's Faucet flyer. Good job, Patrick.
Yeah.
It's Bucky approved.
All right.
Bucky approved.
That's what matters.
Yep. See, you should have did that.
Is Bucky going to be there at the Faucet?
My name is Bucky, and I approve this message.
Bucky will be there.
I was supposed to get pictures with Bucky before, and I never did. I hope you told me, because I've got to get some pictures.
Bucky's been making the rounds. He's out there somewhere in the world raising a ruckus. You know how he is,
Did you get your...
What? You let Bucky know, get a couple good pictures that I can take a couple pictures with him, and I might have a surprise for Bucky.
There you go.
Yeah. With that being said, Patrick,
might save him a little bit of my cons for the new place I'm going.
There you go.
With that being said,
so remember, yeah.
I was saying, with that being said, tell Bucky to make sure not to turn his back on Dennis.
No, he knows better.
Okay, just putting that out there for him. Don't want Bucky to be surprised.
Bucky doesn't mess with me.
Okay.
Because I have blackmail material on him. Remember the old Burt Reynolds pose that he did laying there naked on the bed years and years ago? Well, there's a Bucky picture like that floating around. Okay.
That's not good.
That's something you could never not see again. Oh my God. Damn it, Patrick.
Oh, Patrick. Hey, Patrick, did you get your
I'm glad to have planted
ordered?
that. I'm going to order them. I have to get some scrotums, man. The roost scrotes are the way to go. Everybody wants one.
I want one this year.
What is it? What are you talking about?
I'm finally going to get me a
kangaroo sacks.
Down in Australia, the kangaroos are wild animals, but they kind of treat them like livestock. They harvest like deer. They harvest so many of them, and they process them. They sell the meat, and they tan the hides for leather. Well, they cut their little scrotums off, and some enterprising fellow figured out if he tans them, they make the perfect gold poke. You got to be careful when you say it, because they got no seam in them.
Yeah.
Dennis is shaking his head.
What
was he talking about? He says.
We've been giving the darn things out for years. Yeah.
Thought I was bad sending you stuff.
I have to amuse myself. No one else amuses me. Yeah, the works are going hot and heavy for Fosdick right now. Plans are going together. We got sponsors coming in and making plans. I hear our one and only Dano's going to be roasting a hog or two, or some other creatures there.
Supposed to be, sir.
I heard about the last one. They really bragged on whoever did the last hog roast or whatever. Was that you, Dano?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh my gosh, I heard, man. And it took me 50 years to get this figure. I ain't about to lose it, so I'm in on that hog roast.
Well, I'm telling you, you can call me late, but don't call me late to dinner.
No kidding. Patrick, are you gonna have a night hunt again?
Indeed, we are. We are having the nighttime metal detecting hunt. Yes, sir. Couldn't turn that down, man. That is great.
Well, and
we're hoping that we get someone new in there because we want to do another audience again like we did last time.
Well, there'll be someone new there. GPS Prospectors Radio is going to be live again from Fosdick, right?
From Fosdick
that's
or
what
from
Tim
Gold
said.
Rush?
Yeah, as far as I know, it's just it all depends on, I mean, things come up and things happen, but that's the plan. So
Well, you'll have your chance now. I believe Jocelyn Elizabeth from Relic Recoverist is going to be there with Drew, right?
Yeah,
Patrick?
Yep.
Drew?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did they confirm
That's
that
what
already?
Yep. Yeah, I've been talking to them pretty heavy, and yep, they're definitely making plans. Drew's always wanted to gold prospect. He's never tried it, so that kind of got him hooked, And,
he's gonna get the fever.
And we put the bug in
it'll be a big
Aquachiggers
time.
ear too about Fossick and Gold Rush days.
That's
Right.
right. Old Aqua Jigger, that'd be cool if they all showed up.
That'd be pretty neat.
It is an invitational, Fossick, and I've been sending out invitations. So if you see the flyer, you're invited.
There you go.
I'm invited too. Cool.
That's right.
Well, I definitely plan on being there. I tell you one thing that's really, besides getting excited about finding gold is that night hunt that you put on that medalist. That is just so much fun. I can't say enough on how fun that is at night.
A happy accident. It just turned out to be something really good.
Oh my goodness! Yes.
People talk about night hawkers going out and sneaking into places they're not supposed to be metal detecting at night, and
Right.
it just dawned on me. Well, heck, why don't we just do it at night where we're supposed to be? And it just turned out to be a really good time. Yep.
Now you could always tell.
Yeah.
You can always tell the ones that actually do the sneaking because they always end up with the most stuff.
Lots of practice.
And it's a free hunt. Where else are you going to have that much fun and not have
Right.
to spend any money?
Oh
You
no!
know?
Right.
So,
Man, I got from the last night hunt. I got some. Man, I metal detected some of those old Civil War bullets, like the 3 ringers and the 2 ringers, and some of the coins and stuff. One was the one that I got a class ring.
Mhm.
I think I showed you that one, didn't I, Patrick?
you may have.
Yep. Found a and I think it was one that was already that was buried. And yeah, I mean the gold necklace or whatever that was, that bracelet, and I was like, man, it's
people are real generous with their donations,
Yeah.
and it's all fun. Everything that comes in goes right back out, and I'm probably burying stuff that I dug from Common Dig somewhere else,
And the prizes are amazing, when I know sometimes you'll have like three or 4 coins that you might paint or something, and if you end up with a certain color coin or something, you get to choose, or like one's like a main prize, and that's just it's addicting.
There will be some prizes this year. We already have a nice Gravedigger shovel and a Mine Lab pack and treasure hunting supply. They're sending some, and things are coming in.
Well,
It's going to be a good time. I look forward.
You've converted me over to the Mine Lab, buddy, because after I've had my Go Bug 2 that I run, and I've run for, my gosh, years. And man, that Mine Lab Monster 1000, that thing there is one gold finding machine.
Did you see Bob's post? He says, do a seated hunt for adults where each silver comes with a shot. Last one standing wins.
We're thinking about an obstacle course too. That might be, injurious.
Dig some pits, put up some
Injurious.
lines.
Do a blindfolded one.
Nice choice of words.
Well, I was thinking about that today.
That would be very
at Gold Rush. Yeah, we had that challenge where we had buried certain targets and everybody came in and identified what they thought the targets were.
Right.
I was actually considering that today, a blindfold challenge, which would be, something different. We're always looking for something different to, and it's like throwing dirty underwear on the wall. Which one's going to stick?
Right.
But I tell you this much, if they do
Dennis hasn't found a spoon, so you need to throw a few spoons in there.
if they do decide to come to the Fossick and they go to the night hunt, especially that time of the year, I found out from last year, make sure you bring bug spray.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, last year there weren't many bugs. It was actually very comfortable. The weather was just right, and there were no bugs. We're holding our breath for good weather.
Was that the year before we had bugs?
The first one was horrible with bugs.
Oh
but we got rained out, remember, at Fossick, and we ended up having to push it to Gold Rush, and every bug in creation was out. Wow.
Yeah.
So the recommendation is don't wear your flashlight on your head. Wear it on your chest. Get them away from your face a little bit.
Right. Hey, Dennis. David from Tasmania. Have you ever used a Mind Lab Equinox yet?
Was that an Equinox that I borrowed of yours, Patrick? What was it that I used?
No, you were probably using my E-Track.
E-Track, that's what it was, yeah.
The Equinoxes are the brand new machine. Matter of fact, they're having a hard time fulfilling all their orders right now. They just all come out of production and they're shipping out, and some people haven't got their orders yet. But they're catching up. That is one heck of a machine. I was just talking to Debbie Smosky tonight. They've really raised the bar for machines in that price range. There's a lot of videos out where people are doing air tests and field tests and stuff on them, and they're performing as good or better than the CTX in some cases, you know.
Wow. What is that price range?
I really want one. You can get the 600 is in the $700 range, and the 800 is in the $900 range.
Now, what's that compared to, like, as far as the Gold Monster? Because, man, I don't know if anyone's ever, you know, like my Go Bug 2, you constantly having to ground balance it. Man, that Gold Monster, that Mind Lab Gold Monster, that thing is pretty much just a plug and play. You turn it on and go. And it not just gold, but you find it all kinds of other targets too. I'm really impressed with it.
I've never tried one. I've never been really a nugget hunter. If I was out west or down in Oz, somewhere where, you know, there's a lot of gold to be found with a detector, I might be. I'm about coins and relics and taking the kids to the park and stuff like that.
You can find the coins with it too.
Oh yeah, that Equinox. I put a 1.2 grain nugget down on the ground, and her machine picked it up where most other even Mind Lab detectors wouldn't pick up a gold nugget that small.
Right. But
anyway, well, hey, I'm gonna get off of here, man. Let somebody else have a chance.
Before you get off, why don't you give your page on Facebook a little shout out, Patrick?
Well, okay. I'm one of the administrators and founders of American Metal Detectorists and Relic Recoverists on Facebook. And you can visit our chapter website for the Buckeye chapter of the GPAA at www.buckeyegold.com. You'll find all the information you need about the Fossick, our meeting schedule, stuff about Gold Rush will be coming up. Everyone is welcome to all of our meetings and our special events, and we look forward to seeing you guys real soon.
Thank you very much, Patrick. We look forward to seeing you and Sue and Ava. Looking forward to some more music from that little girl someday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's kicking it now.
Oh man, you're gonna have a piano out there.
Wow.
You know, a piano out there.
I might bring a keyboard. If I can get her to play, she doesn't like playing in front of people.
Well, she can play along with the Alpine horn people.
Oh, there you go.
That was pretty cool. I was amazingly surprised at how cool that was.
Yeah, it was. I know that was really cool.
Another thing I'm going to bring, Patrick, I'm going to bring that light thing again. You know, remember with the Crony Club outing we had where she was like a magician.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to be bringing that with me again. So.
She talked about that for a couple of weeks. Thanks, man. All right, take care.
You
Hey,
too,
thanks, Pat.
Patrick.
Thanks for calling
Thanks
in.
for calling. A very good friend of ours, Patrick O'Masters.
O'Masters.
Yeah, that girl of Ava, she's talented.
Oh, yeah.
We could always put a curtain around her on the stage, and that way she won't see nobody, and then she could play. When Patrick was on our show, Dennis, we got a little serenade from Ava. She did very well. Very well.
Yeah, and man, she's good at metal detecting too.
Hey, she does it all, dude. Metal detect, prospect for gold.
Oh, I know.
Plays music. I'm sure she's got a lot of other talents too.
I think one of her first gold pans, I think she got from me. I think it was, I don't know if it was the purple one or pink one or. But it was back when we was at Bill's a few years ago.
Right.
I think it's when I met you guys and Dano and.
Yeah, you saved my gold pan, remember? You found it floating down the creek and come carrying it back up there.
Yeah, it wasn't full of gold, so I figured I had to give it back.
Give it back.
That's my favorite pan, too. I'll never forget you found it because I'd been heartbroken if I would have lost that.
Hey,
then,
you know.
Then I would have been crying Dano.
Yep. I like that little pan for finishing. That's just so great to pan with, I think. I know it's just a basic little pan, but
right.
When that's what you learn on and learn to use, you kind of fall back to it every time you want to use it. I'm breaking myself and using my gold claws right now.
I tell you what, they're really hard. It's really hard to convert over to it.
It is.
If you give yourself a chance with those gold claws, and I know a lot of people, you know, they talk about, you know, it's kind of pricey and everything else, but I'm telling you, you pretty much got to, you know, the especially the season, you know, the gold panners, you got to retrain your muscle memory on the way you pan. But man, once you learn that, I almost gave it up. I was like, you know.
Well, I did.
Oh,
I did.
Jesse was that way until Gold Rush days.
Right.
Well, then I think the gold show there in Indiana, we all were demoing it to people, and we started using it a lot more then too.
It thing's amazing. You actually give it a chance. You give that gold claw a chance.
Right.
And oh yeah, it thing's amazing.
I tell you what, when we were at the demo booth or at the painting booth at the Gold Show in Indiana last year,
right?
I think we started off with like just 4 gold claw pans, but the more we showed people to use them, how to use them, and the more that people use them, they were bringing more gold claw pans. I think we wound up with 7 or 8 pans over there.
Right.
Clint, hey, Clint, we need a couple more pans.
Hey, Dennis, when you have time and want to see a decent, it's actually a very good video and review on the Gold Claw by Chris of Bogas Gold Prospecting out of Australia. It's very good. He's skeptical at first, but you could tell. I told him in comments, I'll tell you, Chris, the more you use it, the more you'll like it.
Well, he's done 2 videos with that.
Gold claw now. Crocs and
claws and sluices.
Yeah, Crocs.
Now,
claws.
is he the one that uses 2 gold claw pans, one to?
No, he don't have a mini yet. He has a pink one, I think.
Right.
Or it might be a purple. No, I think that's pink.
Well, I tell you what, guys.
His YouTube's bogus prospect.
Yeah, bogus.
When you're not, these make and not only are the gold claws good for panning out gold, but whenever I'm sitting at the house, I got my little pocket pan. See my little pocket pan?
They got one.
Yeah.
I keep the little the magnifying glass that comes with a kit that has a light on it.
Yeah.
I got a couple vials that I keep in it. I got candy and stuff in it. I got a bunch of change I keep in it.
Now, remember, you said it was good for corn on the cob too. Remember?
Yeah.
I was waiting for the banana split.
Hey, banana split. I'm not joking, guys. This is the best Tupperware you could own, because you can put a hot dog in it perfectly. The bun fits in it. You can put corn on the cob in it. You can actually take the melted butter, put it in there. This thing is you can use it for everything.
I know it works great to hold my change in my truck, and I always have it.
I got my change in right now. I probably got $3 or $4 worth of change in it.
It's the multi-purpose tool.
It is. I'm telling you that you can use this thing for everything. So
you can ride around your Cadillac Escalade and come up to a creek and grab your pan.
Might have to pour out your rocks or your change or something, but
that's all right. Put it back in.
Some gold in that vial.
But I tell you what, Dennis, that hint that little tip that you gave that one night about how you can let your gold dry in there and just pour it right into your vial is awesome, because that's what I do now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I just leave it dry overnight in the pan.
Your golden, you put gold in a. So a lot of people will cook it or bake it.
Right.
Just set it on the counter. I mean, when you get done, you want to take your snuffer bottle and snuff all the water out of it that you can. But
I air dry my gold.
8 hours, gold is dry.
Right.
Yeah, I air dry my gold. I just leave it in my Falcon or something, or whatever pan I'm using, and next day it's nice and dry.
And what's really cool too, when that gold is dry in that pan is dry, that gold slides all over the place. It is so easy. I mean, it's so easy to slide it into your vial. It's just, it's when you said that one time, I said, oh, good idea. I think I'll try it. And I did that next day. Works great. Love it.
Well,
worry about it.
Speaking of Gold Claw, let's take another break for another word from one of our sponsors.
Is it Gold Claw?
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Well, now.
Do it.
All right. We'll be right back.
Adventure, mystery, discovery. Gold hunting is more than a search for beautiful rocks. Hunting is a journey that can take you to amazing new places all around the world. It is an experience for all ages, bringing families closer together and fulfilling a spark of excitement when life has grown too dull. The Gold Claw pan makes it easier to take part in the journey than ever before. This expertly designed pan is made for any skill level and any age. All you need is an explorer's heart and the passion for discovery. Begin your family's gold story now. Order your Gold Claw pan today and see where the adventure takes
you. Dennis is showing us a show again.
You've seen it too. I was laughing.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what Clint Washburn has up his sleeve this coming year. I know he was talking about some stuff, him and Ken.
Right.
So.
Well, you know who else has got something coming too this spring? Hopefully this spring, David. He's got a new, going to be a mini map for the cube, even smaller cells.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, he mentioned something. He didn't quite say, but he said he's got something in the works for it.
He'll be sending a couple of testers, right?
Yeah. So he got another mat he's coming out with, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You know how these guys do, man. And what Dave has done, and I'm sure even Doc, and all these guys that make these products, they're basically prospector driven. In other words, you, like Dennis, you bought a dream map and you go, hey, this is pretty cool, but it would be better if it was this way, or if it was for this or for that. And if they get enough requests like that, that's where they go.
Right.
Look at, got a guy.
You know, Doc makes a really good mat. I like the hog mats, but I also like the dream mats. And the nice thing about the dream mat, especially with my piglet, is that dream mat fits perfectly inside that piglet.
Does it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And they're driven by what we want, you know, for the most part. So that's why that's why he's working. I mean, if I had a product where it sells by itself and you don't need to make anything different, then fine, you're good, you know. But I also see people that do that. Next thing you know, a few years later, their product's out being sold as a used product now. You know, all of a sudden you got a bunch of those out there being sold as used. So you have to keep up with what people want if you want to keep going.
Well, you know? And just like my backpack sluice, I'm thinking about. Well, I've got to find out from David, because I think some of his smaller mats might fit inside my backpack sluice, because I make 3 different sluices now. You guys know that. I make the backpack sluice. I make what's called the double D sluice.
Right.
Which bolt up to any other, pretty much any other sluice that's 10 1/4 inches wide or a little bit narrower. And then I have the Dreamcatcher sluice, which bolts up to the. If you want to make a long tom, you can take like a Martin high banker, and you can take the double D sluice, hook it up to it, and then take the Dreamcatcher sluice and hook it up to it. And the Dreamcatcher sluice, I made it specifically for two 8-inch dream mats to fit inside of it.
Right.
And it works awesome.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know that you need that much left when you got the dream mat in there, though.
You know, the thing about having something like that is you can get a big pump and you can move a lot of water.
Right.
Because you've got one heck of a long time. I mean, you've got a machine there, you know, and you can run it either as a dredge or just a high banker. But man, if you're going to run it as a high banker, you can get a whole crew of people and just start shoveling.
Well, you know that in my Cooley 7, right? I got that dream mat. That's 7 and some wide, right?
Right.
I have a 6-inch by 16 dream mat, the mini dream mat, the little cleanup one.
Right.
And it sits in a sluice. And the sluice box, actually, with the flare in it, I got little flares on the top.
Right.
Actually sits down inside of the Cooley. And I can run more classified, smaller classified material right there. I just lay that right on top of that mat and run it right there. Just spoon it right onto that. Use the same pump, everything else, you know. Just don't have the high water pressure in the back.
Well,
the only thing I do have to change is I got to put a water dampener to get rid of some of that bubbles and stuff. Well, other than that, I run the 6-inch right inside my Cooley 7.
I told you the story on the buckets of what was on one of my videos, the buckets of cons that I had sitting outside, and I've had them out there for, oh my gosh, maybe
the cat pissy ones.
Years longer.
The cactusy was.
I almost threw this stuff away, guys. I almost threw it away, but you know, I heard, you know, especially start prospecting, don't throw away your black sands. You know, keep your black sands. So I have 2 of those old metal pans. They're probably, I don't know, a couple feet around, maybe. You know, they're big around, and it's probably, I don't know, it's deep, and it's the old metal ones where it has the metal handles on each side. Even if you just fill it up full of water, you can't even lift it. It's so heavy. I've got 2 of those, and I actually did a video. I ran on the Coolio high bank cleanup system I got, and I put the dream mat in it. And I am so glad that I kept that material, because, man, I don't know how much weight. I mean, they were both full, and I ran it, And if I remember right, don't hold me to it, I think it was just over 2 grams of gold I got out of it.
Oh.
2 grams.
Well, one thing I noticed,
You know,
one thing I noticed about the dream mat, and you know, we all know nothing catches everything the first time. If I run material through it one time and then run it through again, I don't have to worry about running it the third time, because every third time I've ever run material, there's been nothing in it. So I'm happy with that, because material I tested that idea on was material that I'd run over a bunch of different pieces of equipment.
right.
You know, so.
And that's what this was. This was stuff that I ran on some cleanup equipment, and you know, I was like, you know, because like I said, I kept hearing, you know, don't get rid of your black sand,
Right,
and,
right.
you know, save your tailings, and I almost dumped it. I was like, you know, there's nothing in it. I was 100% sure I got it all out,
Right.
and I'd forgotten about it. You know, it kind of sat on the other side, and kind of weeds grew around. It kind of kept it, you know, camouflaged. And when I realized it was there, I thought, you know what? I got this dream mat here. I've got the Coolios. I'm going to run this stuff. Boy, I was so glad I kept it. Woo.
Yeah, I like I said, I've done some testing where I've run material 3 times, exact same way, and so far on the third run, I've not found anything yet. I find a little bit on the second run, but I found nothing on the third one.
And it's just, and it's some equipment, and I'm not gonna say who or what or whatever, but it's some pretty, you know, reputable people that sell equipment,
right?
And has good equipment, and you know, still selling it today on the market. And yeah, when I reran it and I ran it to the Dream Mat, I tell you what, that alone, what I got the gold out of it, paid for that mat.
Yep. Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, you know, it's everybody has their own thing that they actually learned on.
Right.
And 9 out of 10 times, that's what you like the best, is what you learn on. And that's, you know, that's cool. But nowadays, with everything, all the new materials, new science involved in it, you got to try something new. You got to at least check it out. If you don't like it, you don't do it. Okay,
well,
I'm done.
You look at less cons to go through when you run that dream mat. There's less cons to contend with.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
If it's new, I'll try anything new. You know. You know, and technology keeps getting better and better and better. And I'm not saying that someone's not going to come out with another mat a year or two from now. It's even better than that.
Right.
But my personal, until, you know, to me, the way I look at it is, I mean, if you're using whatever you're using and you're getting gold and you're happy with it, continue using whatever you're doing.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Not everything works the same for everybody.
Exactly. But the way I look at it is, until someone can come out with a product that gets 110% of the gold out instead of 100%, I'll go with it. But until then, I'm running the Dream Mat.
I hear you. Well, you know, hey, let's face it, it's the way they are. These inventors, these yeah, they're weird people. You know, some tell good jokes, some tell bad jokes.
You know, I mean, I'm sure if I come out with a mat, my mat's going to be the best. And
well, absolutely.
And there's a lot of other stuff that really works good. There's a lot of other mats out there that really work good.
Well, let's face it. If you come out with something new and you don't feel it's the best, why are you even bothering with it?
Exactly.
If you don't think if you don't think that it's the best product out there for what you're doing, why are you even bothering messing with it? Just go dig a hole or something. You know? I know. I get on these rants. I'm sorry.
No.
Right.
Jared says sound's messing up a little bit.
No, that was my mute button.
Oh, okay. Okay, Ed's playing around, Jaron. That's what it is.
or like my awkward silence.
That's like my double V sluice. I don't. It comes with riffle bars in it, but I don't put any matting in it because everybody likes to run their equipment different.
Right.
You know, I mean, you look at Chris at first when he first got it, he took the riffle bars out, and a lot of people will. They'll take riffle bars out and put hog matting in it, or they'll want to run miner's moss and carpet, or they'll want to run steam mat, or they'll want to run. So that's why I don't even put any matting at all in it because everybody likes to run their own setup.
Right. Yep. It's I mean, look, if you think about it, and we all do this. You go out and you say, "Oh, I want that piece of equipment," and you get that piece of equipment, and you go, "Well, you know what? This needs to be different. I'm not quite happy with this. Let me do this to it. Now it's perfect." You know.
And you did it yourself.
Right. We all tweak our stuff together, you know, different, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I like the gold hog mat. I have no complaints about it.
Yeah. Dog has really good mat. And I'm not any way, shape, or form, but because I eventually, one thing on my bucket list to get is I want a flow pan. You know, but Doc does have really good matting. You know,
yeah, it's good mat and it works for what it does. It catches the pines too, but again, I've tried that and I have extra, and I've got the dream mat, and I just knowing what I know about running material that I've already run, and then running it over to dream mat and looking at what I caught that time, I'm going, that's almost as much as I caught the very first time I run this stuff.
So it's like Tim, he runs hog matting in his stuff, and he loves it. He doesn't want anything else. And hey, I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. You know, I just know what I like, what I prefer, and what I run.
Right.
I see Richard's having a hard time finding ripples, huh? He's still looking for ripples. All right, you guys, you got extra ripples you don't need. You want to get rid of them? We got a guy that's looking for all the ripples you can take.
And I think he's in a process of building something else.
Yeah, I guess.
So
maybe he's just got a riffle fetish. I don't know.
Well, you know, he does know our number, and if he wants to talk about it, you could always call in and talk about it.
He could.
So.
Yeah, Richard could always call in if he wanted to and talk about what the heck is he doing with all these riffles.
Or be a little specific on what he's looking for. Rich, if he is listening, he could call in.
He is. He's listening. That's why I joked about him just now.
Oh, yeah. Riffle fetish. Epic. Jaron.
Hey, did you guys catch the show Sunday?
Unfortunately, I didn't. I fell asleep.
I was there.
Had one of my pretty much my favorite besides Patrick O'Masters. Metal detector guy on the show.
Yeah, Charlie.
Charlie and Jen. Yeah. Is that her name, Jen?
Yeah, Jen or Nin Jen is what is her nickname, and it's from Stealth Diggers. Yeah, he comes out with a new video every Thursday, and man, oh man, it's the excitement's always there when you watch his videos.
I don't think I've caught his videos yet. I did subscribe, but I haven't watched any yet.
Yeah, you got to watch them, man. It's a Stealth Diggers on YouTube.
Yeah, I noticed through the night as Jen was talking, her words started slurring a little bit more. I don't know if you caught that or not. I'm thinking she might have been enjoying some libations.
Rich Cooley said no one wants to give up the riffles. Hey, guess who's speaking of the devil?
You called him in.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I think this is Cooley's Corner.
Oh,
Hey, how you doing,
we got a
Rich?
new segment.
A
in
little
our show.
episode. That's right. A little episode.
Yeah, how we doing tonight, guys?
All right.
Really
How about you, Rich?
good.
Yeah, I'm still looking. There's always so many talk about, oh, yeah, I use this matting, and I don't need these riffles no more, but you don't want to give them up. Why is that?
I don't know.
You say these other mattings are so good, give me your riffles.
Dan Zoller says a ripple set for $852 is $50.
I'm not paying that for it.
You're right. You don't want to pay full price. You don't want to pay new price. I know it. In fact, free would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah, or I pay for shipping, whatever. I'm looking for any. I don't really need to. I mean, I really don't plan on using any for big dredges or anything, but any of the ones out of the smaller sluice boxes, you know, your 7-inch, 8-inch, 10-inch wide, you know. I want to do some high bankers. I need to build one for myself, and I might even just get somebody to make them for me. Which we all know who that'll pay you.
Yep,
Lee. Probably get Lee to do them for me, maybe.
Jared said, get a hold of him. You pay shipping, he'll send them to you. See, I took the ripples out of my buckabilly sluice, right? I put hog mat in it, but I cut them because I used the clamp end of the ripple to hold down my matting.
Mm-hmm.
So those would do you no good.
Yeah, I'll get a hold of Jaron then.
Yeah.
So there's one
Yeah,
set.
Yeah, there's one.
But
set.
what I'm thinking about doing is just getting a hold of Lee and just have him make me some. Because
Oh, there you
he's the
go.
one that takes care of Dennis, so.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's
I need the.
custom made.
Mm-hmm.
I hate
He
to
says, I
get
don't
my
need those.
stuff, like I've
He
told
says-
Rich before, Rich, because the ones that he makes on that 7 1/4 inch, I love it. It's kind of like, instead of a ripple, it's like a round bar, and I always keep that, I guess you could call it riffle bar set, and the vortex matting with me, just in case something happens to my matting that's in it, or something rips, or something tears, or something, you know, something goes wrong. I can always
You
put
just
it.
pop it right in, yeah.
Yep.
That's probably why people don't want to get rid of them. Yeah, I would think it'd probably be even better idea for you to get with Lee and have him build them as you need them.
Yeah, I thought about it. I just got to get a hold of him. I got to get my dredge out of my garage here right now. It's pretty much just about done. I'm just ready to do a flame test. I need some warmer weather and a place to go. And
Yeah, it's looking good.
so, but yeah, it's ready to rock hopefully. And I'm planning on doing some Virginia prospecting this year, hopefully to get down there to Central Valley, Virginia, and I want to get a miniature high banker built for down there to be able to operate, because some of the places down there you're not allowed to use motors, so
right,
I'll just use battery operated. So I'll build another.
I know this guy that builds these little sluice boxes. Really cool. They call them coolies.
Yeah, I'll have to get that guy to build me one. Yeah, I already did one for the Bogans down in Georgia. Never heard any feedback. I guess they kind of got it late in the season and they didn't get to get it out yet. But I actually made one for them for gemstones and gold. So they actually get gemstones and gold with it. But I'll probably build another one of them.
If I would have known I was going to actually need an 8-inch, I would have had to build me an 8-inch instead of that one to build me.
Yeah.
But
I built a regular one for Dennis, and then I built him an 8-inch.
Right.
And I built a pretty good many of them. I want to take care of myself here first while I can and get mine done. And I had a couple other people ask me about some other high bankers, and we'll see where we go.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade that. I wouldn't trade that Coolio system I got for anything.
Me either. I like the way it works. What I really like, I like the see the gold on that back wall with that mat in there.
Yeah. Well, the best thing is you can control the water. You know what I mean?
Right.
You want to pop the Dream Mat in and fire it up and let the water go through it, you can. If you want to run the slower material through it, turn the volume down. You know, you can use the same pump for the same thing. I actually use the same pump for the Dream Mat as I do for the Vortex.
Right.
I have mine set up at a certain angle, and I think it's 13-degree angle, if I remember correctly. And I have my riffle bar set in with Vortex matting. I set it at that, and I run it through it. And then I take that out, and I'll check to make sure there's no losses, and I'll use that same material, and I'll run it through the Dream Mat at the same flow as what I ran it through. Now, the Dream Mat that I have was the smaller ones.
Right.
He gave me the smaller ones for, I guess, what is it, sand and stuff like that?
It's for beach. It's for the finer material, sands and beach material.
Right. And that's what I use. And I had no losses in that either, running the same stuff. So, I mean, but both of them works good for that. And I did not have to mess with the water flow at all. And that was a real test to me, because a real test is when you can run the same thing through it without having to screw around with something else. You know.
Well, and like what's really nice about that mat too is because we're not robots. We don't do everything. Like, we don't put a shovel of dirt in there the same way every time. We don't. You know, we have a tendency to screw things up as we do them. Right.
Yeah.
You know, seriously. I mean, you know, we'll slow it down, or you know, we'll throw too much dirt in, or you know, or whatever. We're not feeding it right. That mat is so forgiving that it will allow you to make those mistakes without losing a ton of gold. You know, you can turn, and this is, I got into not a really argument, because I'm not going to argue with him about what works best. But somebody said to me, well, if you drop a rock in that hole, a big rock, say you're running and a rock stops over one of your cells, well, you done screwed that up. And I said, well, you know what? That's right. You've screwed that flow up. But what's happened is the water's quit moving, the black sands and everything is solidified in the bottom, and you're only affecting that one or two cells that rock's sitting on. Now, once you get that rock off of there, it doesn't blow anything out. It just goes back to work. That's different than running a set of riffles.
That's what I like about the small cells that he has in those. And I'm sure those are probably the small cells he's going to put in the gold cube, I would imagine.
Actually, I think it's going to be even a little smaller, because those are his...
Even smaller? Yeah.
Yeah, that's his concentrator, Matt. And like I said, like with a regular ripple system, you drop a rock, gets stuck on one of those ripples, it not only screws that riffle up, but it screws the ripples up past it too. Screws those up until they get far enough away that the water's...
Well, that's why my cleanup sluices are cleanup sluices and not miniature high bankers.
Right.
Because you're only supposed to run 1/8-inch material or less through that thing, not freaking 2-inch rocks and all kinds of other stuff.
But you can.
You know.
But you can.
Yeah.
You can. You
can, yeah, but that's not what it's for.
No, I realize. Well, actually, on the speed banker, that speed banker is a 12-inch wide mat.
Right. Yeah, and that's like a high banker, basically, you know. I mean, that's a big,
it also has a 12-inch small cell mat, which is his beach mat, which is, which is designed to run out on the beaches. I was asked, or someone suggested that maybe that mat would actually work better than the big mat, even in a high banker. So that is one of the tests that we're going to do. Oh, by the way, we're going to be doing some other testing. I thought I'd let you know. We're going to...
But is he also working on some dredge matting too, I heard, or not?
Yes. He's still working on that. I don't know where he's at on it. He doesn't really say nothing until it's either almost done or done. you know.
Right.
So, but yeah, and a different mat for the cube also.
Right.
Something
Yeah, that's
smaller.
what I heard.
Yeah. So but I don't know what it is. I haven't seen it yet. But so that's one of the tests that we're going to run too. We're going to go ahead and run that speed banker with that concentrator mat, like we were running a regular old high banker, just to see how it works.
Right.
Gold Rat from Australia just posted a video of the hog mat catching gold. And
Hog mat? You mean
no,
dream
I'm sorry.
mat?
Dream mat. Dream mat catching gold. What he did was he took the dream mat, got water going over it, and instead of dropping material into the mat, he just dropped pieces of gold. And you can see what the gold actually does. When you're running material, you can't see what's happening to the gold. But he just plain clean gold into it. And you can watch what the gold actually does in the mat. It was a really cool video to watch. I hadn't seen that video before. So one you might want to check out just because it looks cool the way it works.
Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go. Just wanted to call in and blast you.
Okay. Well,
thanks
we're
for
trying to get you
calling,
some
Rich.
ripples there. Get you some
Yep, take it
ripples.
easy, Dennis. I'll talk to you later, buddy.
I'll see you tomorrow night, buddy.
All right, man. Bye-bye, guys.
Have a
Bye,
great
Rich.
one. Another buddy of ours from Prospectors Radio, Rich Cooley. And make sure West Coast Wednesday at Prospectors Radio at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 6 o'clock for you guys on the left coast. So,
He says. You going to be there, Dennis?
Oh, yeah. I'll definitely be there. It gets kind of hard, though, working from 8 in the morning till 8 at night. And
rushing home and getting right on the radio.
Yeah, 12 hours every day. It takes a toll on you after a while.
Oh, yeah.
Wife loves the paychecks, but...
Yeah.
Bet they do. All right. Well, we're on the 2-hour mark, and I gotta wake up earlier than normal.
Way early.
Yeah, way early.
Back to work.
Yeah, me too.
So, let me see.
Work's a 4-letter word. That makes it bad, right?
We
Yep.
had a great conversation with our good friend Dennis Dayton.
Finally decided to show up.
Oh, he was here with another guest of ours.
Andy.
Andy, yeah, O'Neill. But we needed just Dennis, our buddy, on. So, I would like to get out with you more this coming season, Dennis.
Oh, we can make it happen.
I just wish
I'm
we
ready.
lived a lot closer, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we can get out to Hook's place one of these weekends.
You guys definitely have to go out there. That's a must.
We'll definitely get down there.
Nick Goldsmith's wanting to go.
I'll sacrifice some DD and some bills and some other spots to go on that side of the border this coming season. We have a lot of exploring to do.
Well, you'll end up having gold like in that picture that you have on Skype. It has that green pan full of gold.
Yeah.
That's what you'll be getting from there.
That's always a good thing.
It's always a good thing.
I guess we should call Hook up, huh?
Yeah,
I'm surprised he's not in here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said him and her both.
Yeah.
Oh, and for the ones that maybe got the pen and paper ready.
Oh yeah.
If you want to get a hold of Jonathan to go prospect at a little piece of paradise, it's area code 765 561-6059. Again, it's 765-561-6059.
What was that number again?
765-561-6059.
All right, there you go. Hookmeisters Prospecting and Outdoors.
Promo code Dennis.
And check out Ed's YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out Ed's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And if they want to see some of the adventures I've been on, just go to Dennis Dayton on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. And
down below in the description, there's a link to Dennis's channel.
And definitely got to check out Stealth Diggers. You guys have got to check it out. It's really good. A lot of good metal detecting.
I know I'm subscribed to them, but
Yep, I subscribed to them the other night when they were
I'll
on.
have to make it a point to watch more of their stuff, Dennis. And everybody, thanks for joining us tonight. It's because of you that we do what we do, right?
Absolutely. Especially that Tasmanian dude.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, and I have another Aussie I'd like to shout out. If you're not subscribed to him, check out Red Dog Gold. He does a lot of gold detecting in Australia. And David, Tasmania Gold Rush, Australia, has a pretty cool video where he's at Red Dog's house, and he seems like a really cool guy. So check out his videos. He has some pretty cool stuff out too while we're shouting out some channels. But down in the description is Dennis's channel and ours. And if you need a gold pan or anything, go through one of the affiliate links down below that helps our channel, and because we do have plans to bring better and more and diverse type of programming here for y'all. And unfortunately, that kind of stuff takes money, right, guys?
Yeah.
So every penny counts. Thanks again for joining us. It was our pleasure to have you here with us tonight. Thank you all very, very much for joining us. Dennis, thank you very much for joining us also.
Thanks for having me on.
Toledo, Jess, and Dana, thank you very much, as always, for being part of the crew here. And Jurin, thank you very much for being the excellent moderator you are here. And
he is the moderator.
And at GPS
Yes.
and during Prospectors Radio. Thank you very much, everybody. Until then, may you always have a flash in your pan.
You know what he says next.
You know it, buddy. Maybe one day, too, we'll see you on the river. Good night, Dumbo. Thank you all.
shed with a